Hello, Stevie here. This is going to be an update similar to Stef Dozier's What Worked, What Didn't for 7th and 8th grade. I'm going to be applying this to, up to grade 5, grades 3 through 5 is the general part. There's some trailing work to be done, and this is all just, back work. Going back to practice for homeschool, something that I never did as a kid. Going back to practice skills. Start around midway through. So going through what worked and what didn't. This book on the top initially didn't work, but then I started doing it again and it did work. This worked very well. This worked very well. This did not work very well, so I'm not going to continue the series. This, it's kind of tricky because you can't really self-study this book, but it did work. I accidentally got the wrong copy of this. This was supposed to be the one with the trapezoid at the top, and it worked very well. This did not work very well. Too much experiments, not enough self-study. I'm also going to be trying this, and I already love this book, the Everything You Need to Know to Ace. It's like the adults version of Brain Quest. And we are going to see Brain Quest in this video. Math. Decimals and fractions worked very well. Division, there are some long problems in the end, but that's just part of division. I like it. This book I already finished, so I'm going to slow down with this because it's already done at 5. These two 4th grade algebra and geometry books were amazing. Math boosters, this is a little elementary to start off with. But eventually, when I finish this, I'll get to the multiplication division. I'm also doing the fractions and also the geometry right now. Math, it's much better than the older edition. Geometry and measurement. Math bites, which most kids using this book will probably say, math bites, instead of understanding the concept. Addition and subtraction. All those worked very well. This works well. And this works well. So all the math books worked well. Now the general education stuff. This is an awesome book. It worked very well, and so did this one. Brain Quest. As I said, Brain Quest. This did not work so well because it's critical thinking. I'm not so big on critical thinking. I could try it again, but I'm not sure. This is also critical thinking, but it's better. And that one actually challenges me despite it being a lower level. Foreign language. Japanese was the hardest language to learn. I do want to learn it somehow, but not right now. Chinese is much easier than Japanese. And then Spanish is very easy. I already know all the stuff in that book. So I'm going to get Spanish 2 along with Spanish 1 through 3 grade. And maybe some grade-specific Spanish from Carson DeLosa. Financial literacy worked very well, and there's new books released on that right now. Spell and write, reading, all those work well. Spelling works well. My local Barnes & Noble didn't have any of the aged series that were more advanced, like the writing sentences, so I got this. Lakeshore has phonics, and this is actually perfect level because even though it's easy, the next one spikes up in difficulty a lot. So it's going to take less time to do more work afterwards. This is another book I showed last time I did the update, and I love it. Geography. This is another book I recently got, and I love it, and I like it despite it not having much self-study in it. I just don't like it as much as the Carson DeLosa. But that's not for this level. Geography, I finished this one. This is one that kids will often finish in a breeze. And then lastly, that one worked well. But the science and geography, skill sharpeners, I need to take a break from that because I'm already caught up. That's basically it. What worked, what didn't. Shout out to Stef Dozier and her thriving daughter, Sedona.